us a good attitude and to the as fans in this game. Thank you again for the privilege that we have today in you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Sarah Lamar and the band. And now for today's starting lineups, first for Peru State. Starting at guard, 6'4" junior from Omaha, Nebraska, number 1, Troy Houghton. At the other guard, 6'4" senior from Lincoln, Nebraska, number 4, Henry Tanksley. At the other guard, 6' junior from Aurora, Colorado, number 12, Man Baker. At the other guard, 6' sophomore from Bloomington, Illinois, number 15, Donzel Johnson. And at forward, 6'8" junior from Chicago, Illinois, number 22, Jabril Perez. Peru State is coached by Bob Ludwig. Gentlemen, introducing your Pioneers. Starting at guard, a 5'11" senior from Topeka, Kansas, number 3, Trey Brown. At the other guard, a 6'5" junior from McPherson, Kansas, number 13, Jake Alexander. At the other guard, 6'5" junior from Olathe, Kansas, number 25, Anthony Brown. At forward, 6'8" sophomore from Breakdown, Missouri, number 23, Caleb Jones McCrary. And at the other forward, 6'7" senior from Salt Lake City, Utah, number 0, Cameron Brady. Pioneers are coached by the legendary Rocky Lamar, assisted by Adam Hefker and Brody Bell. The night referees are Jeremiah Payton, Brett Tapper, and Jake Young.
Welcome back to the Cook Center Bell Family Arena in Rocky Lamar Court for some Heart of America Athletic Conference action between your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers and the Peru State College Bobcats. Peru State coming off of a big blowout win against a talented Mount Mercy team. And these guys struggled a little bit early, but had some guys missing some eligibility and some injuries, and they look to be back at full strength. And Coach Bob Ludwig gets these guys playing fantastic basketball late in the season. We should be in for an excellent game tonight. Pioneers starting Trey Brown, Jake Alexander, Anthony Brown, Cam Brady, and Caleb Jones McCrary, who wins the tip. Trey Brown saves it right in front of his own bench, but Pioneers have the first possession of the ball game. And he's going to be picked up there by maybe my favorite name in the conference, Man Baker. Anthony Brown coming off a high ball screen from Cam Brady. He gets downhill and gets the easy left-handed layup to go. That two-man high ball screen from Cam Brady, and Anthony Brown successful here early on. 2-0 lead Pioneers. Baker gets the offense set for Peru State. Gets it to Troy Houghton on the right side. He goes dribble handoff to Baker. Man Baker in the post. Jump hook up and over the front rim. Got it to go. Ties us at 2. Trey Brown comes off a little drag ball screen from Brady. Brady pops this time. Drive and kick. Anthony Brown, open 3, left corner. Too strong. Rebound Houghton. Here comes Peru. They have numbers. Houghton's going to bring it himself. He gets all the way into the paint, kicks to Harris. Jabril Harris, the 6'8 forward out of Chicago, turns down the 3. Now they get it to him in the high post. He's going to go dribble handoff with Tanksley. Nope, got it to Houghton in the right corner. Houghton guarded by Cam Brady. Swings it, that's Donzel Johnson. Johnson thought about it, pull up, kicked it to Harris. And Jabril Harris, the big man, steps out, knocks down a 3-ball to start this game. And Harris averaging 16 points and 8 rebounds. He's going to be an all-conference selection for Peru State. Has a little bit of perimeter skills in his game, too. Trey Brown drives baseline on Baker, gets into the paint, shot fake. 3 Bobcats got their hand on that. Trey thought he was fouled. Last touch on the Bobcats. Take your pick. I don't know which one of those 3 got their hand on it last, but Pioneers keep possession. Trey Brown surveys, gets it into Brady. Brady back to Brown. Trey thought about a 3, goes to Anthony. Anthony Brown a little behind the back, gets in the paint. He's fouled. Not a shooting foul. It's going to be on the floor, so Pioneers will have it. Shot clock resets to 20. No more 30-second reset in the college game, so Pioneers get a fresh 20. Trey Brown to inbound again. He's going to get it into Brady all the way at near midcourt, almost stolen away by Troy Houghton. He was ready for that lob on the inbound. Alexander goes drive and kick. Now Caleb Jones-McCrary comes out to set a ball screen. They're going to get him for an illegal screen. Caleb just playing his 3rd game as a Pioneer has been a huge addition for this roster, but foul trouble has been a plague of his here early on. And picking up a cheap illegal screen here in the first 2 minutes is not going to help. Baker comes off a double drag ball screen. Jabril Harris, another pick and pop 3. He's 2 for 2. And Peru State takes an 8-2 lead. Harris clearly has a pick and pop threat in his game. Confidently knocks down both of his 3-point attempts here early. Cam Brady gets it to Anthony Brown. Peru State, as they've done so well with Coach Ludwig throughout the years, switching a lot of screens, making it really difficult to run ball screen offense. Although Alexander able to find Jones-McCrary, drive, kick, extra pass. Brady turned down a 3, tried to drive it on the right side, and that's going to be a 3-second violation on Caleb Jones-McCrary. Good offense there. They got Caleb a touch in the paint and had Peru State in a little bit of a scramble, long closeouts, but couldn't get out of the paint. There's that Horns flare action. Donzel Johnson 3-ball. He got it. And Peru State on fire from the field. I think they're 4 for 4, 3 for 3 from downtown. It's 11-2 here early on. Trey Brown surveys, gets it to Brady. Cam, drive and kick. Alexander. Back to Trey Brown. They're looking to get it inside to McCrary, guarded by Jabril Harris, who's got a size advantage as far as weight goes. Caleb may be an inch taller, a little longer. Anthony Brown's 3 on the way, left corner, too short. Alexander comes away with the offensive rebound, gets it back to Brown. Floater, got it to go. And that's going to stop the bleeding for now. Anthony Brown gets the floater to go. He's got all 4 Pioneer points. It's 11-4 Bobcats. 30-second timeout. Pioneers. We'll be back on MNUsports.com. Jabril Harris to inbound as we resume play. Man Baker sets the offense for Peru. Goes back to Harris. Harris to Henry Tanksley. And Tanksley, who's had a slow start to the season, I think he's been dealing with some injuries, has been a force in the league for years, a first-team all-conference performer in the past, and looked to be just a bit hobbled early on, but, man, he can really play when he's right. And Troy Houghton gets all the way into the paint, lays it in with his left hand. So still perfect from the field are the Bobcats here early on, and they look absolutely dynamic, as they did in their last contest where they won by 30 against Mount Mercy, and they might be hitting their stride at the right time. Trey Brown finds Caleb Jones-McCrary top of the key. They're getting into their continuity ball screen action, side to side. Reversing sides of the floor, continuous ball screens on the wings. Trey Brown gets into the paint. Shot fake. Shot up, no good. Offensive rebound, Jones-McCrary. And he couldn't get the putback to go, but he does tip it out to Trey Brown. So Caleb able to keep the play alive in there. Demanding the ball in the post, draws a double team. Trey Brown catches it on the right wing, gets downhill in the corner, kicks out an open three. Brady, no good. Another offensive rebound, this time Alexander, and Trey Brown's going to get an open three. He left it short, so Pioneers can't buy a bucket from the perimeter. They've had good looks and have missed open three after open three here early, and Peru State hasn't missed anything. Shooting 100% from the field, 15-4. The Bobcats have jumped all over the Pioneers here early, and Coach Ludwig going to keep the advantage and keep that momentum, calls a timeout after a made basket, wants to set up his defense and maybe draw something up coming out of the timeout. So we'll be back in 1 minute. MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Couple of changes out of the timeout for the Pioneers. Darnell Miller has checked in. Peru staying with their same group and picking up full court as Baker pressures Brown in the backcourt. And Trey Brown loses his handle, dives on it. He's going to tie up Baker, and so that's going to be a jump ball. Possession will favor the Bobcats, I believe. Trey thought he was fouled there, but man Baker's full court pressure, able to poke it away, and the possession arrow favored the Bobcats. So Pioneers in desperate need of a stop here. Brown guards Henry Tanksley, top of the key. Another pick and pop opportunity for Harris. Now Pedro Lops in the game to guard him, and that's going to be a double dribble. So Harris mishandled it, was trying to get a dribble handoff action and just put two hands on it and drilled it again. Can't do it. And first stop of the evening for the Pioneers comes by way of turnover. Now Trey trying to get the offense set up for Mid-America. They go to Anthony Brown, right wing. They get it to Cam. Cam's got an easy one. Blocked by Houghton. Pioneers executed a set in the half court. Cam Brady had a look for a layup or a dunk, and Troy Houghton erased that open opportunity quickly as he got his hand on it and blocked it. Had his hand on it so long it was a jump ball, and possession arrow in favor of the Pioneers. They keep possession. Darnell Miller's first touch, left wing. He drives. Has to get rid of it. Pioneers staying in that continuity action. Now Miller's going to have to take a three into the shot clock, left it short, so Pioneers yet to knock down a perimeter shot. Frustrated here early by the length and athleticism of this Bobcats group. Donzel Johnson comes off a screen, gets it to Baker. Now Baker comes off a screen. They're trying to go underneath that screen, but that gives Jabril Harris an opportunity to slip out and pop for a top of the key three, and he's hit a couple but unable to knock down that one. And Darnell Miller attacking the rim on the transition opportunity, draws a blocking foul on Tanksley. Pioneers wanted him to go to the line for two, but before the shot, so Tanksley's picked up his second. And Skylar Wilson will check in for the Bobcats to replace him. Second-year freshman. He was a freshman a year ago, but with the COVID year, still listed as a freshman eligibility-wise is Wilson. And Darnell getting downhill, lost it, but Anthony Brown recovers, get it back to Miller. He's going to receive a screen from Lops. Pedro rolls. Miller takes another three, top of the key. This time it's good. A much-needed sight as the lid falls off the basket on that far side of the court for the Pioneers. Finally knocked down a jump shot, and Miller's on the board with three. Cuts the lead 15-7. Baker Pioneers wanted to travel, kept his pivot foot down. He's got a switch, though. Goes right at Pedro Lopes. Kicks it out to Houghton. Troy Houghton's three no good. But Trey Brown is 5'11" and is stuck on a 6'8" Jabril Harris, who was able to get the offensive rebound. And same story again, but this time Miller able to come track it down, help out his buddy Trey. And Pioneers able to finally force a couple of missed shots and a couple stops in a row. They need to go on a little bit of a run here. Anthony Brown finds a rolling Pedro Lopes. Lopes in the paint. Trapped, kept his pivot foot down. There's a cutting Darnell Miller, and Miller would have had a layup or a dunk, but again, Pedro had his pivot foot down, but no place to go with it, and was stuck in that paint for 3 seconds. That's another 3-second violation on the Pioneers. Troy Houghton brings it across for Peru. He's about 6'6", but running the point on this possession as they try to post up Baker, and they do. Kicks it out to a wide-open Jabril Harris, and Harris, who was 2 for 2 from 3 early on, has missed his last 2. Now they're going to get it to Donzel Johnson. His shot fake pull-up jumper. Smooth pull-up jumper from Donzel Johnson, and it's 17-7, Peru State. Cam Brady has it right corner, drives on Houghton. Houghton cuts off the baseline. Pioneers work it around the perimeter. Lopes, fake handoff all the way to the rim, lays it in for 2. Pretty move there by Pedro Lopes. Pioneers 9. Baker, they're going to continue to go underneath ball screens that he's involved in. He must not be a terrific shooter from the perimeter, although he has been excellent going to the basket. Jabril Harris, one-on-one in the post, and he's knocked down a couple 3 balls. This time he goes right to the bucket. He goes through Pedro Lopes, who played excellent defense, and Harris just muscled right through it, got a bucket, and he's going to go to the line for one more. And you can see why the Bobcats played through Harris, because his stats back it up. 16 and 8 a game, and he's been a handful here early with 9 points already in the ballgame. Trey Brown still being pressed full court. This time it's by Skylar Wilson. If you'll remember, Skylar's older brother, another Wilson, was an excellent player at Peru State for a couple of years after transferring from Fort Hays. Basketball family out of the Omaha area. And Man Baker in transition off a turnover lays it in. 22-9 your score. Trey Brown brings it across half court. Pioneers need to go on a bit of an offensive run here before the under 10 timeout. Miller gets downhill on the right side. He's cut off there by Baker. Cam Brady, pull-up jumper. Good defensive possession by Peru State. No paint touches, a contested pull-up too by the Pioneers, and Bobcats off and running again. Baker enters the post. This time it is Dadok Chan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Chan, I think I've got. I may have butchered his first name. I apologize. Number 5 in the black jerseys. Now Skylar Wilson, penetrate, pull-up jumper, left it short. He's going to go to the line for 2 as Darnell was sprinting to recover, trying to cut him off, and as he raised up for that pull-up, just clipped his leg a little bit. Got to allow the shooter space to land, and so Skylar Wilson will head to the line. He knocks down the first one. 3 new Pioneers check into the ball game. Alexander and Jones McCrary return. And first action we've seen from freshman Brooks Langard today. Langer, the sharp shooting guard out of Harrisonville, Missouri. And all-state selection a year ago there, where his dad is the coach and a Hall of Fame head coach from Great Bend, Kansas, with a couple of state titles. And the Langer family, no stranger to Pioneer basketball. Jones McCrary has it high post, goes dribble handoff. They get a switch, they get it back to Caleb, and Caleb's going to go up. Golly, that's a couple of times now where Caleb's had an opportunity for either an and one or a couple shots at the free throw line, and they've called the foul early on the hold on the grab of the jersey, and so he's not being rewarded with the shooting foul there, just on the floor. Again, Coach Ludwig gets his groups to really defend. They like to switch a lot of screens. A lot of times it's 1 through 4. Sometimes with these athletic groups it's 1 through 5, and that can really stymie and slow down a ball screen heavy offense that the Pioneers are. Tough to get that flow where you're forcing long closeouts and scramble situations, which is when everybody's best, but definitely when their group is best. And Alexander has a switch on Harris. Harris does a good job defensively. He gets it out to Miller. 5 on the shot clock. Darnell's got to take a tough one into the clock. No good, and Caleb Jones-McCrary again battling for an offensive rebound, and he's going to force a foul on Christian Tydane, I believe, is the pronunciation there, the freshman out of Council Bluffs, Iowa. So McCrary been a force in drawing some fouls and getting opportunities at the line, but it just hasn't converted into points here for the Pioneers. Caleb sets the ball screen out top. Trey Brown probes, gets it to Darnell Miller. They've got a switch. They get it to Caleb in the post, guarded by the freshman guard, Skylar Wilson, and Caleb able to step through and lay it in. And he'll take advantage of that switch all night long if they can get it to him. The problem is getting it to him, as a scrappy Peru State defense has done an excellent job making that a difficult post catch. Skylar Wilson goes shot fake, drives baseline. Now Harris, same thing. Man Baker gets into the paint and tried to get a layup off. It was ripped away by Jake Alexander. Good hands on the defense there by Alexander, and he's got it, brings it across midcourt, finds Darnell Miller. Miller probes, gets into the paint, kicks it out to Trey Brown. Nothing doing. Good defense by Peru State. High ball screen again. Now Miller's going to take a three left wing, and he got it. So Darnell Miller's knocked down a couple of threes. Has been a big spark for the Pioneers, and they've needed it. Cuts this to a 10-point ball game. If they can get a stop and a score before the under 10 timeout, they'll be feeling a lot better about things. As Anthony Brown's been a bit shaken up. He's on the bench now. Trey Brown, good hands. Got a piece of that basketball, almost stole it away, ended up out of bounds, and that'll take us to our media timeout. The under 10 timeout of each half in the men's game is the media timeout this season. And so Peru State's going to take a 10-point lead into that under 10, and we'll be back in 1 minute on MNUsports.com. So Pioneers have weathered the hot shooting start of the Bobcats a little bit with the help of Darnell Miller hitting a couple of three balls, and they come out of this under 10 timeout in a 3-2 zone, and it didn't bother Tyrese Griggs at all as Griggs got to the bucket. Another second-year freshman, an impressive player out of Lincoln, Nebraska, who had an excellent freshman campaign and has been hampered a bit here this season, but gets on the scoreboard there early. Darnell Miller, backdoor cut, gets it, drops it back off to Jones-McCrary. He should go to the line, and he does. Man, officials are a little bit slow to call that whistle. I thought McCrary was going to get an and-one. He was unable to finish, so he'll head to the line for two. And of all the things that Caleb does excellent on a basketball court, he has struggled a bit at the free throw line early on in his Pioneers career. Hopefully that number climbs back up. Too strong on the first. And he does knock down the second one. So Peru State with 5 team fouls. 2 more, and Pioneers will be in the bonus, but just 8:45 to go first half. Pioneers just 3 team fouls. And Skylar Wilson gets downhill. Excellent pass by Jabril Harris. Man, I have been very impressed with the all-around offensive game of Jabril Harris. He's knocked down the 3. He scored in the post, and that time an excellent extra pass. Finds Troy Houghton for a layup. Darnell Miller gets all the way to the cup, can't finish. Here comes Peru. They've got numbers. Skylar Wilson to the rim, no good, and offensive rebound laid in by Troy Houghton. And a couple different Bobcats could have laid that in on an offensive rebound opportunity. It was Houghton that came down with it. 30-15 your score, 8 minutes to go first half. Trey Brown off the ball screen from McCrary. They get the switch they want. Now can they get him the basketball? Couldn't. And Anthony Brown's three no good left wing. Skylar Wilson comes off a ball screen from Donzel Johnson, gets all the way to the cup, shot fake, got the defender off his feet and lays it in over the front rim, used the glass. And Peru State executing at a high level on both ends right now. They are playing with a ton of confidence. There's a turnover. Troy Houghton comes away with the steal. He's going to find Griggs. Griggs all the way to the rim, was bothered by Jones McCrary. The long arms of Caleb Jones McCrary could have blocked that shot on either side of the rim. Impressive play to force the miss, but Pioneers need to capitalize on the other end. Miller to Trey Brown. Brown tried to get it inside to Jones McCrary. It's stolen away. Couldn't keep his handle on it. Now we're going to get an open catch and shoot three, and Anthony Brown able to knock one down from the left wing to stop the bleeding. Fortunate bounce there, as what looked like it could have been a turnover ended up in the hands of Trey Brown, and Anthony gets an open catch and shoot three. He's got 7. Peru State goes inside to Houghton. Troy Houghton, shot fake, spin move, missed the layup. Good defense by Brown, and Pioneers off and running. Jones McCrary one-on-one. Euro step, reverse layup. He got it to go. That's what the Pioneers got to do, take advantage of some stops, get off and running, and get some baskets in transition before this tough half-court defense of the Bobcats is able to set up. Little 5-0 run, showing signs of life here, as Alexander picks up a personal foul. Trying to deny the high post entry. Peru State goes to that high post entry once again. Now they get it back to Troy Houghton. He drives right to left. Cut off there by Brady. Good cutting action. They get it to Man Baker, top of the key. He swings to Wilson. Skylar Wilson all the way to the paint. Layup, no good. Thought he was fouled, no call. Cam Brady was there to contest. One of the leading shot blockers in the Heart of America Conference. Can credit him with that miss, and they get it to Brady in the paint. He kicks it out. 3-ball, Anthony Brown, left corner. And then the Pioneers have just had good look after good look from three-point range and just have had too many of them claying off the rim. And Anthony's hit one already. Darnell's hit a couple. Darnell Miller's hit 2. Brown's hit 1, but I think we've had 5 or 6 uncontested catch and shoots that just haven't found the back of the net. You got to shoot it well against a half-court defense like this Peru State club. And Trey Brown taking direction from the bench there, gets it to Brooks Langer. Langer back to Brown, and he's going to cut to the basket. Empty side ball screen from Brady. Trey's going to take a pull-up 3. Right side, no good, and rebounded there by Chan. Bobcats off and running. Baker has it top of the key. Swings to Houghton, who's been an absolute force on both ends here early on. Troy Houghton. Chan catches it high post. Guarded by Jones McCrary. Back to Houghton. Houghton in the paint. Gets all the way to the bucket. Strong take. Troy Houghton, my goodness. Gets 2 feet in the paint, used the rim, finished with the left hand. He's got 10 here in the first half. Langer looking to feed the post. Chan fronting McCrary there. Now they go into the post to Cam Brady, who had Man Baker on a switch, and he gets the easy layup. That's the one thing the Pioneers can take advantage of against this switching defense is when they get one of their 6'7", 6'8" bigs isolated on the block against a guard. They have got to be able to capitalize on that, and they do there. Brady gets the easy bucket, but Skylar Wilson responds with a layup of his own. Pioneers off and running, tried to find McCrary, run into the rim. It's stolen away by Skylar Wilson, and now Peru State has numbers. Donzel Johnson transition 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Wilson. Can't afford to give those up against this team when you're trying to make a comeback. Those offensive rebounds are going to be backbreakers. Man Baker all the way to the cup. That shot sent away off the glass. Block shot by Jones McCrary. And Cam Brady upset. He was hit in the face. He's going to come out. Cam has been dealing with an injury to the nose. He broke his nose in a game previously, and so that might be an extra tender area for him at the moment as he took an elbow. Incidental contact, we think, and they're not going to the monitor to review. So the group now is going to be a 4-out, 1-in with Pedro Lopes as the big. Langer, both the Browns, and Darnell Miller in the game for the Pioneers. Darnell brings it across, gets it to Anthony Brown. Going to run that shuffle stagger double play that they like so much. Drive and kick, Brooks Langer, corner three, too strong. Rebound Baker. And man Baker right wing. Comes off a ball screen from Chan and gets both feet in the paint. Finds Chan on the roll. He's guarded there by Lopes. Good defense from Pedro. Nothing doing in the post that time. He's going to chase it to another ball screen. Baker gets downhill, shot fake. Kept his pivot foot down. Looked like it could have been a travel, and then Baker just throws it out of bounds. He was looking for Chan on the roll. Little no-look pass. I'm not on the same page that time. Pioneers fortunate, get a turnover. And Darnell Miller taking some of the ball handling duties away from Trey Brown, who's having to play just about 40 minutes a game. So anytime they can relieve a little bit of that pressure for him, catch his breath without coming out of the game, that's what they're getting at there. And Miller, another three ball, this time left iron, rebound Troy Houghton. Peru State going to slow the pace, try to execute something at the end of a shot clock here with a 14-point lead. Isaac Simpson in the game. And Simpson, a pick and pop threat, a 6'7" shooter out of Papillion, Nebraska. He's been at Peru State a long time. This is his senior year, maybe fifth-year senior. I'm not positive. But they're going to call Baker for a travel. Pioneers will have the basketball after this 30-second timeout. MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. So action set to resume. Peru State still in that full court pressure man-to-man defense. Skylar Wilson picked the ball up full court that time. They're switching a lot of ball screens, but they're leaving Isaac Simpson in the paint as he's guarding Lopes. Darnell Miller, spin move, drive, extra pass. Anthony Brown fouled there. For a moment, I thought they were going to pass on that foul call as Troy Houghton was all over the arms of Anthony Brown. And Houghton picks up his second personal. 7th team foul for Peru, so Pioneers will shoot free throws the rest of the half here, and they need to take advantage of that. Score some points with the clock stop to make this thing a manageable second half score. Anthony Brown, 1-1. First shot up and good. And look for the Pioneers to maybe hop back into that 3-2 zone with the lineup they have in. Anthony Brown at the top, and they will. So it'll be Anthony Brown, Darnell Miller, and Trey Brown at the top of this 3-2, and Alexander and Lopes on the lower back line. Anthony will follow the level of the basketball. He'll drop down and guard in the paint as well. Looking to just break the rhythm of Peru State, who's been in control of this game from the tip. Got to get all the way out to the corner on Isaac Simpson, the pick and pop shooter that's checked in, but that's a good adjustment there as Anthony Brown comes away with the steal at the top of that zone. Pioneers looking to take advantage on the other end. Get into their continuity Bulldog action. Gonzaga ball screens on the wings. Miller comes off this one from Lopes. Finds Alexander. Jake Alexander, top of the key three. He got it. So all of a sudden, we're back to single digits, 36-27. Pioneers will stay in that 3-2 zone, and the rhythm of this game is changing just a bit. Big shot there from Alexander. And that's going to be another turnover. Skylar Wilson traveled. So Wilson got caught up in between throwing an entry pass or kicking it out to Tyrese Griggs in the corner. Pivot foot didn't stay down, and Pioneers will take over. Chance to keep cutting into this lead a bit. So a little bit of an unconventional lineup for the Pioneers here with the 4 guards. Jones McCrary and Cam Brady both on the bench, and been a bit of an effective group. Anthony Brown has it on the right wing, looking for Lopes, can't get it to him. Skipped out to Trey Brown. Pedro's got to get out of the paint. They've called multiple 2-3-second calls in a game. How often do you see that? Now high ball screen coming. Here's the switch. Peru does so well. And Trey Brown gets downhill. Can't get a foul. He thought he drew contact there. There was no foul. And so Trey Brown just turned and threw it over his head, trying to find a teammate out of desperation, and it was stolen away. And Jake Alexander takes a foul to stop the transition break. That's a good play by Jake, because they can't afford a transition basket here. Allow the Pioneers to set the defense. Cam Brady checks back in for the Pioneers. Looks to be okay, although he's got a big knot on his head. And that's S.J. Allison Jr. in the corner for the Bobcats, number 2 in the black jersey, playing his first action of the game. And strong take there. My goodness, Donzel Johnson put it on the floor, got all the way to the bucket and laid it in over the front of the rim. And Brown off the ball screen from Brady. Gets into the paint, finds Cam Brady short corner. He's going to get his shot up and good. Pioneers begging for a foul call, feeling like there's contact at the paint. Referee said Simpson was straight up and down, but Cam Brady got the basket to go. He's got 4, and now Allison Jr.'s 3 too strong. Rebound by Darnell Miller. Pioneers off and running. Brady has it. He's guarded by the smaller Donzel Johnson, but Johnson absolutely holds his own in the paint. And Trey Brown gets a floater to go, short corner. It's 38-31. So what's felt like a lopsided first half finds us at just a 7-point ball game. Pioneers need a stop to go into the half here. They're still in that 3-2 zone. Anthony Brown with another steal. He got his hand on a pass at the top of the key. Miller came away with it. Pioneers running. They've got numbers. And Man Baker, excellent transition defense. Got back and stole that ball away. But he couldn't maintain possession. And Trey Brown got the ball off of Man Baker, so it was going to be Pioneer basketball. Coach Ludwig disagreed. And disagreed so forcefully that the officials decided to, whatever he said, warranted a technical foul. And so Trey Brown's going to go to the line and shoot these technical free throws. What a break for the Pioneers to end the half here. Trey knocks down the first. That makes it a 6-point game. And Brown 2 for 2 at the line. So a 5-point ball game and Pioneer basketball with a chance to cut this thing even closer before the half. So Pioneers are just going to get it in, try to run a late clock action. Looks like they're going to try to get it to Darnell Miller at the top of the key. Set a high ball screen for him, let him penetrate. Here he comes, Darnell Miller off that zipper. High ball screen from Brady. No switch, they put 2 on the ball. Darnell penetrates, lost it. Cam Brady got 2 hands on it. He's got to kick it out to Trey Brown. Brown's going to have to heave up a deep 3 at the end of the clock, so good defense to end the half there by Peru State. But what's felt like a dominant first half by the Bobcats finds us with just a 5-point ball game at the half after a big run to end the first half by the Pioneers. So it's 38-33. We'll be back in 15 minutes. I'll come back a minute or two early with some stats from the first half to bring you second half of action. Peru State leads the Pioneers 38-33. Don't go anywhere. MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube.
Put it here. All right, so all you have to do is make this cut, and they get these gift cards. If not, going home empty-handed. Okay? Okay, you can scoot it. All right, as proper etiquette would be, let's get up for this guy. Let's see if we can make it. Come on. Oh, we're going to give him one more chance. All right, quiet, please. Quiet. In 1971, I think it was fitting that Dr. Larry Fine actually prayed for us today. He actually was the head coach of our men's golf program back in '71. We had it for about 10 years, and we suspended golf. And in the fall of '21, we made a decision to bring golf back. And this is Scott Seymour, our head men's and women's golf program. They're not down here, but Bristol, you're welcome to come down. So slightly rigged, but not really, because you don't have to be good at golf to be a good coach. So we'll get you the second one. We want to welcome, if you would, just as a round of applause, this is his wife, Bristol, their kiddos, Scotty and Mason. Welcome. Well, we just want to say publicly how excited we are to have you guys, to have your girls, extended family, to be a part of the future and the expansion of our golf program. So our goal is for Coach to not be really good at golf, but to be really good at recruiting over the next 8 to 9 months. He's got a lofty goal of bringing both men's and women's in, but we are excited to have you guys. But I got to tell you, I'm most excited about 2036 and 2037.
I've been doing
these
it.
two young ladies can come and
So
be a part
weird.
of our women's golf program.
And
Like
the clock too?
yeah, I've been doing the clock.
Okay, cool.
The first,
I'm just gonna disconnect it.
okay, the girls' game,
It was in and out, right?
yeah, it was like all messed up. Like we would manually put the score up and then it would like send it back.
Welcome back to the Cook Center as we're set for second half of action between your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers and the Peru State Bobcats. Peru State, with a scorching hot start, got off to a big lead early. Pioneers have cut it all the way to 5. Bobcats were led in scoring by Troy Houghton in the first half. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, and a steal. Did a little bit of everything. Jabril Harris with 9, and Skylar Wilson off the bench with 8 big points for the Bobcats. Pioneers led in scoring by Anthony Brown with 9, Darnell Miller 6, Trey Brown 4, Cameron Brady 4, Caleb Jones McCrary with 5 points. Pioneers stayed in the game with a little bit of an offensive rebound edge, 8-5, and both teams sitting at 8 turnovers. Pioneers shooting just 41% from the floor, and the Bobcats up over 55%. So we'll see what changes are made coming out of the halftime timeout. Jabril Harris gets another pick-and-pop 3 ball. He knocked down 2 of them early. He's missed a few cents, and good execution. They got him a clean look on that pick-and-pop coming out of halftime, but ball sails wide, and Trey Brown's going to bring it across the timeline for the Pioneers. Trey gets it to Caleb Jones McCrary. He fakes the handoff. Tries to get downhill on Jabril Harris. One-on-one in the post. Shot fake, step through. Left-handed jump hook, no good. Good defense by Harris. Tough one-on-one play from Harris and Jones McCrary. Man Baker gets the offense set, goes to Troy Houghton. Houghton drives into the paint. And good defense by Jones McCrary. Caleb came over when he had his back turned, stole that basketball away. And Houghton dove on the floor to get it back, and they're going to get Caleb for a reach-in foul. His second.
That's his second first team foul.
And Peru's going to inbound underneath with a new 20 on the shot clock. They get it to Houghton. Houghton fakes the handoff. He goes one-on-one with Cam Brady. Ball finds itself in the hands of Man Baker, who the Pioneers are not guarding at all at the perimeter. And he's not even looking to shoot it, but still gets into the paint, gets by his defender, and a nifty little spin move, draws a foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Man Baker, the point guard. Just 2 points in the first half, but 3 assists and 2 steals. Certainly impacts the ballgame defensively and sets up his teammates well. He's in the paint constantly, very athletic off the dribble, but just does not look to shoot the basketball on the perimeter. Shot looks fine as he walks to the free throw line and knocks both of those down. So he's got 4, pushes Peru State's lead to 7. Alexander has it on the left wing. Pioneers running their long-time set from Coach Rocky Lamar, where they call me. There's that staggered double for Anthony Brown on the backside. Couldn't get it to him. So now it's going to be spread ball screen with Jones McCrary and Trey Brown. Swing it back to the corner, Cam Brady. He's cut off on the baseline. Has to take a tough contested pull-up. Troy Houghton may have got a piece of that one. Peru State's off and running. Baker drives in left side. Drive and kick. Houghton turns down a 3. And that time Donzel Johnson got the ball stolen away. Trey Brown on the other end. Shot fake. Got his man off his feet. And he's going to go to the line with an and 1 as Man Baker bit on that shot fake. And Trey Brown took a little bit of contact, got it up and in. Baker did a nice job staying vertical. But anytime you leave your feet and the offensive player doesn't, referees tend to go advantage offense there, although Baker really did try to stay vertical. Good offense there from Trey Brown. Shot fake once, twice, finally got him off his feet. And goes to the line, gets the and 1, and we got a 4-point ball game. 36-40, Peru leads, 18-21 on the clock. Tanksley has it left side. Going to work it around to Harris. Harris to Donzel Johnson. Good defense by Alexander. Blew up the handoff from the sharpshooting Johnson. Trey Brown ices a ball screen. Another pick and pop 3 from Harris. Again, no good, too strong. So he has cooled off from the perimeter. Another stop by the Pioneers. Chance to make this a 1-possession game. Trey Brown drives, looking for a cutting Anthony Brown. Anthony had a step on his defender. Trey couldn't get it to him. He gets it to Caleb Jones McCrary. Caleb goes reverse layup, and he's got this to a 2-point ball game. Caleb Jones McCrary with 7, and Pioneers within 2. Baker slowing the pace now for Peru State, trying to execute a half-court set. He's going to get it to Troy Houghton, and now Houghton driving downhill off a screen from Harris. Alexander comes away from the backside, pokes it away from Houghton. Great heads-up defense by Jake Alexander, causes the turnover. And now Alexander on the other end, driving to the paint, a lot of contact. It's taken away by Houghton, stolen. Alexander stole it away from Houghton. Houghton stole it right back on the other end. Now Tanksley gets into the paint. He lost possession of the basketball, and Trey Brown came away with it. I don't know if Anthony Brown got a hand on that or if Tanksley just lost it, but another turnover, and Pioneers are going to slow things down. Let's execute something in the half court this time, as they have Cam Brady with the switch, man Baker, and there Caleb Jones-McCrary, heads up play. They're going to get an and one for Brady, and he's going to go to the line for one more. That's a high IQ basketball play by Caleb Jones-McCrary. He realized that Cam Brady was being fronted by a guard, and they couldn't get the basketball to him because Caleb's defender was in help side. So Caleb flashed to the high post. Jabril Harris had to come with him, and when Caleb caught it, there was nobody on that backside. He lobs a great high-low pass to Cam Brady for the and one. That's good basketball by the Pioneers, and they take their first lead of the night, 41-40. Actually, first lead since the first 30 seconds. I think they scored the first basket of the game. Then after that, it was all Peru State. And Anthony Brown and Jones-McCrary ice a ball screen left side. Good defense. They get it back to man Baker. They swing to Houghton. Now Skylar Wilson back in the ball game, guarded by Brown. Troy Houghton. Pull-up jumper at the elbow. Got it. So back and forth we go. Peru 42, Pioneers 41, as Houghton's got 12 on that little 15-foot pull-up. Jones-McCrary to Jake Alexander. Alexander trying to negotiate a ball screen between two Pioneers. It could have gone either way. Lost the handle. That'll be a turnover, and Darnell Miller will check in. Baker gets the offense set, goes to Johnson, handoff back to Baker. Man Baker penetrating pitch to Henry Tanksley. Tanksley gets all the way to the paint, and they're going to say Cam Brady poked it away, so Peru will keep possession. Good defense there by Brady. On the very quick, athletic Tanksley, Brady typically defends post players, and Tanksley's certainly more capable of playing on the perimeter, so that's a tough assignment. They go inside in the post to Jabril Harris. Harris guarded by Jones-McCrary, backs his way in, jump hook, no good, rebound. Pioneers. That's the second time tonight we've had a rim runner who had a step and just underthrew him, stolen away, turnover. Man Baker into the paint, takes advantage. He's going to go to the free throw line. So he got all the way to the bucket, got his feet taken out by, they're going to call it on Jones-McCrary.
Caleb Jones-McCrary.
Believe that's his third.
That's his fourth.
That's his fourth. So that's a big foul on Caleb Jones-McCrary, as surely he's going to take a seat now with 4 fouls and 15:37 to go. Caleb impacts the game in so many ways. Draws attention at the rim on offense. He can score it, a good passer, but really excellent on the glass and defending Jabril Harris. Maybe the Pioneers' best option to guard him, as well as keep some of these guards out of the paint in the ball screen action, and he's going to have to take a seat. So Pedro Lops checks in. Man Baker knocks down the free throw, so Peru leads by 3. Miller has it right wing, swings to Cam Brady. Brady back to Darnell on the dribble handoff. Here comes that spread ball screen from Lops after the false motion. Good defense by Peru to blow up that ball screen. Cam Brady has a mismatch in the post. Miller finally gets it to him. 6 on the shot clock, and Brady goes right over Baker for the layup. 44-43. Cam Brady's found himself with a couple of mismatches and gets some isolations in the post for easy baskets. He's up to 9 points now after a quiet first half. Baker probing, dribble handoff with Wilson. Comes off a screen from Harris, illegal. Yep. Jabril Harris going to be called for an offensive foul. That's the exact same play that they called a foul on Caleb Jones-McCrary in the first half. Just a little ball screen, stuck the hip out, and made contact with the defender who was trying to fight over.
That was his third.
That's his third personal. He's going to check out. Chan checks back in. So back and forth second half, 1-point ball game. Pioneers chance to take the lead, get it to Darnell Miller high post. They're looking to go inside to Pedro Lops, can't get it to him. He's got to get out of the paint, and he was fouled by Chan, posting hard. Well done by Lops in the post to get position, and Dito Chan was trying to front him and just a little too much contact for the officials. First team foul on him. Fourth team foul, first on Chan. And they go right back into the post to Brady, but the entry pass stolen away by Troy Houghton. Man, this guy has been really impressive. And he goes all the way to the bucket and finishes with the dunk. What a play by Troy Houghton. And he's going to pick up a foul on the other end as Miller attacked in transition. But that play's going to absolutely be on the highlight film at the end of the year. He makes a great defensive play and took it coast to coast himself and finished with a highlight dunk. Houghton's up to 14. Darnell Miller, 3-ball. Looked good all the way. Too strong back rim, and two Bobcats get tied up on the offensive rebound. And fortunate for the Pioneers, Trey Brown comes away with it, finds Anthony Brown, or Pedro Lops came away with it, found Anthony Brown in front of the lane, and he locks down a little floater to cut it back to one. What a sequence there. Skylar Wilson picks his dribble up, finally finds a teammate. It's Tanksley. Henry Tanksley comes off the ball screen, gets it to Chan. We go back to Houghton, who's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and he should be. He finds Skylar Wilson, top of the key three. Wilson knocks it down. And Coach Ludwig is going to take a timeout on the made basket. So that full timeout by the Bobcats. It's 13:34 to go in the second half. 49-45 is your score. 1 minute. We'll be right back on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Pioneers basketball as we come back from that timeout. 49-45, 13 and a half to play. Pioneers in their box floppy set, get it to Anthony Brown. Now they've got Cam Brady isolated in the post, and what a catch by Cam. Spoke too soon as Peru State is going to come away with it. Tanksley did a nice job fronting the post and causes a turnover. Man-man Baker penetrating, gets both feet in the paint. It's cut off by Darnell Miller. Wilson, ball screen from Chan. And Trey Brown steals it away. Wilson was trying to hit the roller, and Trey Brown got his hand on that pass and took it himself. Anthony Brown turns down a three, thought about it in transition. Going to get a ball screen from Lops. Turns it down, baseline drive. Gets a cutting Miller in the paint. Darnell, shot fake, step through. Finds an open Cam Brady, 3-ball in the corner. Too strong. Rebound Wilson. He's going to slow things down, get some direction from Coach Ludwig. Miller fights over a ball screen. Trey Brown guarding Baker in the right wing. Dribble handoff, fakes the handoff. Baker's going to go one-on-one in the post. How they opened the ball game with a basket in the post from Baker. Now Chan kicks it out to Tyrese Griggs. Griggs going to draw a foul on Anthony Brown. Brown got two hands on him. Unnecessarily, he knows it. Didn't need to put both hands on him there, did, and picks up a cheap one. Only his first personal. Fourth of team foul for the Pioneers, and Jabril Harris back in the game now. So Lops going to have a tough assignment on Harris. Tanksley to Baker. Baker, Harris, turned down a three. Started off hot from the perimeter, has cooled off, and Henry Tanksley with a blow-by. Just rip and go, got all the way to the bucket and laid it in with the left hand. That's his first 2 points of the ballgame, but I've seen this guy have 40-point games in this league. He can really, really score the basketball. And Brady looking for it in the post, had to get out of there, almost had another 3-second call. Darnell Miller, drive and kick. Trey Brown turns down a three. He gets to Anthony Brown. He tries one top of the key, just couldn't get it to go. Decent look in the three-point line as another drive and kick action, but Pioneers have cooled off from the perimeter. 51-45, 11 and a half to play. Tanksley again all the way to the bucket. It's blocked away by Brady. Good defense. Cam Brady, the Heart of America's leading shot blocker a year ago, comes up with a big block shot at the rim that time. So what he gives up in quickness with Tanksley, he makes up for with length and jumping ability, and big block shot that time. They're going to isolate Anthony Brown in the post. He catches it. Good lock. There's unbelievable. He almost didn't call that. Give him credit where it's due. He made the right call. Did call it just late. As Brady throws an over-the-top post entry to Anthony Brown, who was being fronted by Skylar Wilson, and eventually does earn himself a trip to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first. We're happy to be able to provide a free broadcast on YouTube's live stream. Use that YouTube chat. Tell us where you're at in the world, who you're supporting, who's your player, who's your team. Keep it to that, of course, but we know not everybody can travel right now or come to games in person, although we're happy to have a crowd back in the Cook Center. But interact with us on that YouTube live chat. We're happy to be able to provide this broadcast on MNUsports.com and MNU Sports YouTube channel. 4-point ball game. Wilson brings it across for Peru. Goes to Tanksley high post. He isolates there, guarded by Brown. And backs his way in, gets about 5 feet out in front of the rim, and muscles one up and in. He's got 4, and they've gone to him on 3 straight trips now. Jake Alexander gets into the paint. That's got to be a blocking foul. It is. Tanksley's shocked. It was clearly a block as he was not squared up to the ball handler. Got him with his hip. His 3rd personal. And it looks like Troy Houghton will check back in. And again, a very physical Bobcats team, and that's what they hang their hat on. They're excellent defensively, and they attack the glass, and they provide a lot of ball pressure. But with 11 minutes to go in the half, the Pioneers will be in the bonus the rest of the way. That's the 7th team foul on the Bobcats. And free throw no good, but Anthony Brown fights for the offensive rebound, and Alexander's going to come away with it. So the Pioneers steal a possession here. Need to capitalize, and Miller lost his footing on the spin move. That's going to be a turnover. Got some Caleb Jones McCrary fans in the chat, and all the way from Fulton, Missouri. Some Peru State fans supporting the visiting team. Welcome to the Cook Center. Man Baker gets offense set for Peru. They go to Donzel Johnson, looking to get it inside to Houghton, and they do, and he snuck behind the defense, had his reverse layup blocked by Lops, and got his own rebound. Jabril Harris, another open 3. And Harris just can't find the range from three-point line after he started 2 for 2. He's got a lot of open looks. But Troy Houghton's physicality in the paint is going to force a foul on Lops there, going for the rebound. 2nd foul on Pedro. And they get it to Donzel Johnson, now Harris. Dribble handoff with Baker. And Baker probing, penetrates, gets into the paint, finds an open Troy Houghton. And Houghton, again, not looking to shoot it on the perimeter, immediately attacks Cam Brady. And another foul going for a rebound. This one's going to be on Harris. And Jabril Harris has just picked up his 4th personal foul. So that's great news for the Pioneers, as Jones McCrary's been sitting with 4 fouls for a couple of minutes, and now the leading scorer and rebounder for the Bobcats will head to the bench with 4, as Harris has picked up a couple of those fouls on contested rebound opportunities. So credit Pedro Lops and Cam Brady for getting good position and attacking the glass there. And those are unfortunate calls, and usually as a coach you can live with fouls called on rebounds because that's an effort play. And you never want to take that away from a player, but sometimes when you have 3 or 4 personal fouls, you got to be smart about the ones you can go after and the ones you can't. And Harris will have to take a seat. So 10 minutes to go. We'll have a media timeout on the next dead ball. Man Baker enters the post. He's got it there on Trey Brown. One-on-one in the post, kept his dribble alive. Now he kicks it out to Houghton. Troy Houghton, they're giving him a lot of space on the perimeter. You see how athletic he is. And Troy Houghton had his shot absolutely sent away by Pedro Lops, but he was being guarded by Brady, and they're going to say the foul was on Cam Brady, not Lops, who came over and blocked it cleanly. It was the primary defender, Cam Brady, who's going to be whistled for the foul. And so when we come back from the under 10 media timeout, Troy Houghton will be at the line shooting 2. And we got a 6-point ball game. Peru State 53, Pioneers 47, MNUsports.com. As we come out of the under 10 timeout, Houghton at the line misses the first, left it short. And he's been terrific this afternoon, 14 points in the ball game, and just an impressive athlete, an all-around game, but doesn't shoot it excellently from the perimeter. He goes 0 for 2 at the line. So Trey Brown rebounds that and brings it across the timeline, being pressured there by Wilson. Dribble handoff, Alexander. They're looking to go high-low. And good help defense by Baker. Man Baker didn't allow that post entry pass. Driving kick, Trey Brown, 3-ball in the corner, no good. And there's Houghton again, came flying in for that rebound. And heads up play was his momentum was gonna carry him out of bounds. Threw it off of Lops, so Bobcats basketball. And Anthony Brown and Caleb Jones-McCrary back in for the Pioneers. So Caleb got to play smart with 4, hoping they can hide him a bit with Jabril Harris out of the game. And Anthony Brown hobbled on a little bit of a bad ankle, has been sitting for a moment, but back in now. Houghton penetrates, gets it to Baker. Again, Baker has not shot it on the perimeter. He's got a 6'7" Brady on him, giving him some space. Chan hands it off to Wilson, who lost his footing, but he did put the basketball down, legal play. Donzel Johnson back to Wilson. Wilson penetrates, gets it out to Baker. 1 on the shot clock. He has to cast one up at the end of the clock. That's a shot clock violation. Ball didn't hit the rim. Good possession that time by the Pioneer defense. A little bit discombobulated offensively as Peru has executed their stuff so well early on in this game, and they've slowed just a bit on the offensive side now. Of course, some of that is having Jabril Harris on the bench. He's a matchup problem for almost anybody. And Pioneers trying to get it to Jones-McCrary, one-on-one in the post. Good help side defense by the Bobcats. They're unable to get it to him in the post. And Jake Alexander came off a ball screen, tried to split 2 defenders. It was stolen away by Johnson, and now Johnson gets it back in transition. Alexander able to recover. Doesn't allow the 3 by the sharp-shooting Donzel Johnson. Peru runs some offense here as Houghton driving kick. Now Johnson gets a 3 off, and it was partially blocked by Alexander, but offensive rebound Bobcats, and Johnson got it back on a cut to the rim after the O board and gets himself an easy layup. Those are back-breaking possessions when you're trying to make a comeback. You have a great defensive possession, and then that offensive rebound and easy bucket kind of takes the wind out of the sails. And so we're going to have a full timeout. We'll be right back on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. The Pioneers found themselves all the way back in this one, even took the lead here in the second half, and Peru State has responded thanks to the strong play of Troy Houghton and Henry Tanksley here in the late in the second half to take a 55-47 lead under 8 minutes to go in the ballgame. Jones McCrary, top of the key, guarded by Chan, finds Cam Brady. That's his sweet spot, 15 feet and in. He's just about automatic, and Brady knocks it down. He's got 11. The pace has slowed significantly. Both teams running some clock on the offensive end. Both teams playing solid half-court defense. Man Baker all the way to the rack. Couldn't finish over Trey Brown. Gets his own rebound. Finds Chan. He traveled. No call, and Chan lays it in. Thought Chan might have shuffled his feet on the catch, but I'm further away than the officials. He probably didn't. Miller comes off of a little drag ball screen. Nothing doing. Donzel Johnson defending. Pioneers trying to come off a spread ball screen, and that's good help side defense. Yep. I believe that's Baker. It was. Man Baker came off of the shooter in the corner when he saw Trey Brown refuse the ball screen and beat him to the spot, took it in the chest, offensive foul. So 57-49, 7 minutes to go. Baker sets the offense, gets it to Skylar Wilson, who refuses the ball screen. Isaac Simpson in the game, playing the 5 spot for the Bobcats. He's a pick and pop threat, which is a bit different than the presence of Chan, and there's a big 3 by Henry Tanksley on the right wing off a drive and kick. Again, this is a guy who's been a first-team all-conference performer and had some monster scoring nights in this league. Starting to get his rhythm back. I don't know if it was injury that hampered him early on in the season, but he is getting back to his all-conference performer ways as Darnell Miller is going to earn himself a trip to the free throw line here. A late whistle. I think it was the right one, but a few times tonight and on both ends, we've seen the referees wait significantly after the play before making a call, and this time Miller, the beneficiary, is going to go to the line for 2. Knocks down the first one. 10-point game, and here comes Jabril Harris. The 6'8" forward out of Chicago. Harris listed as a junior. And Darnell Miller knocks down both. So 9-point ball game. Wilson running the point for Peru State, and the Pioneers have dropped back into that 3-2 zone that was so effective in the first half to kind of spark their run. Anthony Brown had a few steals in this little hybrid 3-2 zone that they go to. Harris, first touch in the ball game. He takes a 3. It looked good all the way. Rimmed out. Anthony Brown the rebound. So the zone has been an effective change of momentum, change of pace for the Pioneers here today. They've gone to it a couple of times. Now Cam Brady, isolated in the post, was able to get it on a feed from Miller, but dribbled it out of bounds off of his foot. So it's going to be a turnover. Bobcat basketball, 6 minutes to play. Bobcats trying to penetrate this zone. Unsuccessfully thus far. Tanksley's got another look at a 3, left side, left it short, but offensive rebound by Wilson. That's one of the tough things about a zone is leaves spaces for offensive players to crash and get O boards. And that's what happened here. Another offensive rebound, this time Baker, as Tanksley missed a chip shot, but man Baker under the goal was able to tip it back in. So 2 offensive rebounds on that possession plague the Pioneers. Stretches the lead to 11. Anthony Brown thought about a 3, turned it down. He gets into the paint. Contact and no call, as I think that's Wilson that went down. It is. He's grabbing at his knee. He and Anthony Brown both walking gingerly. So I think Anthony's having an ankle problem he's been dealing with. Skylar Wilson is going to take off on his own power, thankfully, but does look to be bothered by that left leg, lower leg injury maybe. So hopefully they're both okay. And we've got a 9-point ball game and a full timeout with 5:15 to go. MNUsports.com and MNU Sports on YouTube. Play set to resume, 5:15 to go. Skylar Wilson and Anthony Brown, who both got up gingerly from that exchange, are both still in the ball game, so that's good news for both clubs. Wilson has it top of the key. Brown still at the top of this 3-2 zone. Wilson finds Henry Tanksley in the corner. Now Anthony Brown guards the top of the key, and he's going to get another steal. He does that so well. He's got great hands, and he finds Darnell Miller the other way. That's an and one. Darnell Miller takes the contact, goes to the bucket and one, and Miller's got 8 points in the ball game, make it 10, and he's going to go to the line for one more. Anthony Brown's long arms and great anticipation at the top of that zone has caused at least 4 turnovers now, possibly more. And that one directly converts to a transition bucket for Miller. And Darnell converts on the and one, gets the free throw to go. 56-62 is your score. Pioneers will stay in this 3-2 zone. That has been a game changer today. Harris sets a ball screen against the zone, which can be effective. Rolling into Caleb Jones-McCrary and Cam Brady. Never a welcome sight, though, as they're the back line of this zone. And Brown, now Miller guards Tanksley left side. He's going to pass him off to Brady on the penetration. Man Baker gets it at the rim, kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson in the paint, drive and kick. Tanksley, three-pointer on the way. Left it short. Another great possession defensively by the Pioneers. And Jones-McCrary, full court outlet. Cam Brady's going to throw it down. And we got a 4-point ball game. And Coach Ludwig wants to talk things over, draw something up against this zone. See what the chess match between the Pioneers and the Bobcats are, going back and forth between zone, man-to-man, what can we draw up out of a timeout, and back-to-back transition buckets have got the Pioneers within 4. 4:15 to play. We'll be back in 30 seconds on MNUsports.com. Pioneers still showing zone, coming back to action here with 4 minutes to play, and why not? See what the Bobcats go to. Little ball screen action to get Donzel Johnson an open look in the corner. Turns it down. They're going to go drive and kick and have to play some zone offense here. Game day operations with a little defense chant for the Pioneers. And Harris finds an open Johnson in the corner. He's a good shooter, left it a bit too strong, but another offensive rebound. That's been the story against this 3-2. Anthony Brown able to double-team Wilson in the post, pokes it away. Miller comes up with the steal. The hands of Anthony Brown have been a turnover-forcing machine. And Cam Brady all the way to the bucket is going to be fouled by Wilson. And Brady's going to go to the line with a chance to cut this to 2. And Jabril Wilson has just fouled out of this game. Excuse me, Jabril Harris. Harris, not Skylar Wilson, Jabril Harris. His 5th personal. An excellent player. He had 9 points early in this ballgame, and he's going to exit with 9 points as he cooled off on his jump shooting. But, man, does he impact the game in multiple ways, and the Pioneers are breathing a bit of a sigh of relief to see him exit. And Brady's going to have a second chance at the free throw line here, as everybody reacted as if it was a 1-and-1. 2 reasons it can't be a 1-and-1. 1, the Bobcats have 10 team fouls, so it would be a double bonus no matter what. And 2, it was a shooting foul. So he's going to get that second free throw, and he makes it. 59-62. We got a 3-point ball game. And Troy Houghton will check in at the next dead ball for Peru State. The zone may have bothered him a bit, as Man Baker and Troy Houghton, 2 very important pieces to this Peru State team. Neither excellent shooters from the perimeter, both excellent players. And that's going to be a turnover. I thought Trey Brown touched it last, but they're going to say Baker's little behind the back pass on the baseline bounced out of bounds first, and so Pioneer basketball. And that's a whole bunch of stops in a row in that 3-2. And Pioneer's going to try to get this game tied or within 1 as they go to Jones-McCrary, high post. They get it back to Cam Brady. Brady, elbow jumper. That's his shot. No good. And Caleb Jones-McCrary wisely didn't go over the back of Isaac Simpson, or he'd have found himself out of this game. He thought about it, pulled himself back. Good play. And now Baker all the way to the rim. He tried to dunk over the 6'7" Brady and missed it. Man, Baker is the point guard for Peru State. Now, he's got long arms. He's athletic. And had an opportunity to throw that one down, and it just rattled out off the back rim, and he touched it last. So Pioneers fortunate. Avoid a highlight play there from Baker and continue to pile up stops on that end. Cam Brady, right corner, driving on Houghton, cut off there, gets it to Trey Brown. Brown to Jones McCrary. Caleb gets it to Anthony Brown. Chases to that wing ball screen. Brown finds Jones McCrary on the roll. Caleb kicks it out to Trey Brown. They're in the blender. He goes drive and kick. Darnell Miller turns it down. He gets into the paint, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Oh, Darnell had a clean look at three, decided to put it on the floor and get in the paint instead, and he scored it, but the ball was still in his hand as the shot clock expired, I believe. They're going to go look at it, but I'm pretty sure it was still in his hand, and that basket won't count. A good offensive possession by the Pioneers as that's what they want to do, is what they call blender, the Utah Jazz blender stuff, where you get a long closeout, and then for the rest of the possession, you just keep that team in long closeout scenarios where you either drive that closeout and kick to a teammate and they get to drive the next closeout, or you shoot that open catch and shoot three. A lot of good ball movement, a lot of blender action, long closeouts there, but it's going to end with a shot clock violation, I believe. Officials taking a look now, as is student assistant Nate Howard, trying to get a sneak peek, and they will confirm shot clock violation. So it'll be Peru State basketball when we come out of this timeout. 62-59. I'm sure the Pioneers are going to stay in this 3-2 zone that's been so effective, with Anthony Brown at the top, Cam Brady and Caleb Jones McCrary on the backside of this zone. Those two guys have a tough job because they've got to get all the way out to the corner three-point line and prevent a corner three in this zone, but are still responsible for the block and even have to contest everything at the rim. So the big thing's going to be rebounding out of it. Baker comes off a ball screen, looking to get it to Johnson. Now they've got Simpson in the post, possibly trying to pick up Caleb Jones McCrary's fifth foul. They get it to Houghton. Troy Houghton traveled. Yep, they got him. Little high-low action against the zone, as teams like to do. And Isaac Simpson dropped the pass off to Houghton. He took one too many steps on the catch. Another turnover. Pioneers with another chance to tie this thing up. And Brown guarded by Baker crosses half court. They're going to get into their high-low set where they look to get it to Anthony Brown in the post. Now they're going to look for Miller in the post. And now Brady catches it, 2 feet in the paint. Finds a cutting Jones McCrary, but he couldn't get it to him. Trey Brown saved a turnover that would have led to a layup. And now Anthony Brown attacks. Gets it to Brady. Jumper, 18 feet out, left it short. Offensive rebound, Anthony Brown, and he was fouled there by Tanksley, I believe. Nope. Foul was on Johnson. Johnson's fourth, and Pioneers will head back to the line for two. So they've been in the bonus for some time now. Both teams in the bonus. Peru State will be shooting 1-1 the next time they're fouled. And Anthony unable to knock down the first free throw. It's unlike him, and over an 80% free throw shooter. Has shot it very well this season from the line. He shoots it over 60% from the field, which is unheard of for a perimeter player. It's not like he's a post man that's just shooting layups and dunks. And he gets the second to go. So 2-point game, a minute 34 to play. Wilson brings it across half court. It's the Peru State set in their zone offense. You can't let Tanksley or Johnson get a clean look from three with this group. The other three relatively non-shooters from the perimeter. Now there's Tanksley. Thought about a three, turned it down. He gets it to Wilson. Wilson can really shoot it too. So there's just two non-shooters out there. Skylar Wilson can shoot the basketball. I thought it was Baker in the game. And Chan had a look at a layup, left it short, missed the bunny, rebound Cam Brady. And Pioneers could go 2 for 1. Well, they're going to slow it down to make sure they get a great shot. Why not, as well as they played defensively. Now, they're going to get 2 for 1 anyway. It's just going to be a lot less time at the end. And Trey Brown drives all the way to the bucket. He got it to go. We got a tie ball game. They cleared out that left wing. Trey Brown on the isolated left side drives to the bucket, gets the scoop layup to go, and we got a tie game. And Skylar Wilson crosses midcourt, calls timeout, and Coach Ludwig and the Bobcats are going to draw something up to try to take the lead back as the Pioneers have tied it at 62. We got a full timeout. Don't go anywhere. A great finish coming in the Cook Center on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. What a ball game we've got here in the Cook Center. 41.6 to go, Peru State basketball. About 15-second difference between shot and game clock, so Pioneers should get the last possession, barring that they give up an offensive rebound or have a turnover or something. But they stay in this 3-2 zone, which has been excellent. Johnson to Wilson. Wilson back to Donzel Johnson. Now they get it to man-man Baker. Troy Houghton. Houghton back to Baker. 12 on the shot clock. Skylar Wilson bobbled the pass. He recovers. They get it inside to Donzel Johnson. He got the layup to go. So that gives Peru State a 2-point lead, 20 seconds to play, and Pioneers are going to call a timeout when they cross midcourt, and they do, looking to set something up to win this thing. 16.5 on the clock. We'll have a full timeout as Peru State has a 2-point lead, and we'll be back right after this in 1 minute on MNUsports.com. When we come out of this full timeout, it's going to be Pioneer basketball, and a hobbled Anthony Brown will inbound on the sideline. Always look for that inbounder to come back and have a shot opportunity, but he does not look full speed as he's limping a bit. It'll be Trey Brown, Cam Brady, Darnell Miller, and Jake Alexander, the other five in the game for the Pioneers. They do have 3 timeouts left should they need it. Trey Brown has the ball top of the key. They get it to Cam Brady on the right wing, looking for Anthony Brown in the post. Here comes that shuffle, stagger, double action. They've got Cam in the post. They get it to him, one-on-one with Chan. He goes right at Chan, kicks it out to Trey Brown. He's going to take a 3 deep, top of the key. Too strong, no good. That's going to do it. That 3 too strong from Trey Brown from deep. And Peru State going to come away with a win, 64-62. Bobcats come into the Cook Center after a huge blowout win against Mount Mercy and find a way to steal a gutsy win, 64-62, and they played excellently in the first half. Pioneers a great comeback to make this thing a close ball game, but big performances from Houghton. And that's going to do it in the Cook Center. 64-62, Peru State wins.